it's High 97. Tap in with TT. My special guest today, Benny the Butcher, is here.
The Butcher coming.
The Butcher is here, and your project is coming.
Yes, it is. Yes, it is. On the way.
Tell everybody the name of it.
Man, everybody can't go. You know what I'm saying? And it's called that because everybody can't go. This ain't for everybody. You know what I mean? I've been telling people you can't dance to every song. You know what I mean? My debut album with Def Jam. My first ever major release. Everybody know I'm a UGK underground king.
Yeah.
And, new levels.
So tell me, what have you learned from early on to where you are now, especially in this process, in this album?
I learned resilience and patience. You know what I'm saying? This game going to throw a lot at you no matter how good your talent is, no matter how good your connects are. It's going to be curveballs that come with this game and hurdles. So the people who have stand the test of time and you know what I'm saying, and get to look adversity in the face and come out clean, those are the people who survive and win.
Yeah. I've always admired you from a distance. I think Abe was the one who actually introduced me to you. But
Abe, yeah.
I've always admired you from a distance. And that's the reason why he introduced us, because I always said, I like him. I don't know him. I've never met him. And then he introduced us. I think we did like a Who's Next thing with your label. But I've always respected your resilience, and I've always respected your business mind and how you orchestrated your label and just figured out how to be more than just an artist.
Exactly. And that helps by your career life. You feel what I'm saying? To be more than one dimensional and to be yourself. That's why I love hip hop right now. Everybody asks me how I feel about hip hop. I love it because so many artists can be themselves right now and be successful. So that's a gift to us right now.
But some artists are afraid to be themselves.
Yeah, because they've been told so long you have to be a certain way, you have to act a certain way. If you moving like this, you should do this, or you shouldn't work with these people because you're too. No, it don't work like that. You literally could do what you want to do because there's fans for everybody.
Yeah.
Even if my fans don't like it, your fans is gonna like it. Even if your fans don't like what I'm doing, my fans gonna like it. So everybody got their own platform, and it's about being yourself. Music is so expressive right now, and it's a beautiful thing. 50 years of hip hop, and I'm saying we just gotta celebrate it and use the tool in the right way.
So when did you come to this epiphany of like not being fearful? Were you always like this as a child? Like, I'm not gonna be afraid to be myself no matter what room I step into. I'm not gonna play this game of politics or having to be something I'm not, or be told to be something I'm not.
Well, I haven't always been that way, but one day you gotta wake up and realize that you that nigga. It's really that simple. You got to have confidence in yourself. Confidence is everything.
Yeah.
You got to have the passion to go with it, but I mean, you really got to, like, people gonna only treat you how you treat yourself.
Yeah.
You feel what I'm saying?
So that comes with self-love.
Exactly. Oh my goodness, I've been saying that my whole press run. They've been asking me, like, what do you want to tell the people? Have self-love. You got to have confidence. I was telling my little brother this like a couple months ago. I'm like, man, like, you could walk in a room and, you know, holler at the baddest bitch if you want to. No matter how you feel you look, no matter what you feel like you got on, just go. Even if you know she's going to say no, just let her know, like, I walked up on you.
And it's okay.
Exactly.
If she says no.
Exactly.
Because the next one will say yes.
Exactly. Once she's seen that you hollered at her, exactly.
Yeah, so, but how did you get to the point of self-love? Because I think you can be helpful to a lot of black men who struggle with self-love because of just everyday societal shit that you guys have to deal with.
Yep.
You know what I'm saying? How did you get to the point of, like, did you go to therapy? Did you wake up and say, I love myself, and believe it? Because men can say, oh, no, I love me. I'm cool. You know what I'm saying? I got the jewels, the swag, the money, but deep down they fucking are piss poor in their soul. That's
a fact, man. It's four people who gave me, like, confidence. I could say first my mama. You know, my mom, she always had confidence in herself. You know what I'm saying? So even though I had it in me naturally, I had to like, pull it out of myself. And then DJ Shay, rest in peace, DJ Shay. I was like 20 years old, and he was telling people like, yo, Benny's the best in the world. He's the best ever. And I used to be standing next to him like, man, you think so? Stop saying it so loud like that. You know what I mean? And then my boy, City Boy, this has been my best friend for 30 years.
Wow.
I'm saying, so early on, he had me talking to girls and had me going to parties and had me being around a crowd that I thought that I wasn't ready to be around. You know what I'm saying? So just in West Side Gun. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
And my cuz, you know what I'm saying? He was just saying the same thing, like, yo, Buzz, you the illest. Can't nobody watch.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? And these people telling me all of this when I didn't have nothing.
Yeah.
So it's like, man, y'all sure y'all see that? And so when it starts happening, I'm like, oh, they're right. Let me carry myself a certain way. You know what I'm saying? So it is important, like you said, what I'm saying could be good for black men because I heard it from other black men. You know what I'm saying? For me to believe in myself.
Yeah. And you embraced it.
For sure.
And then you started to really understanding that self-love.
Definitely.
Yeah.
And it's been working wonders for me. I love myself.
Yeah. Because you can't really reach your highest potential if you don't.
You can't, because who's going to fight for you? Who's going to campaign for you better than you?
Right.
You understand? Who's going to get these people to understand? Who's going to tell your story better than you?
Absolutely.
So you're right.
Yeah. So on this project that you have coming out, would you say that this is kind of like a different side of you, a more vulnerable side, a more expressive side? What would you say this project really truly means to you in this moment of your life?
I would say it's a more expressive side. My supporters and listeners know that I'm always vulnerable. I'm always telling my business and these records. You know what I'm saying? And I go back to listen to songs. I'm like, I had no business telling these people that. You know what I mean? Like, why would I tell these people that? So I'm always vulnerable, but I'm more expressive. I'm trying to like, knowing that I always keep it real and tell the truth with them about anything.
Yeah.
To the point how much money we was getting.
Yeah.
To the point how much money we was spending, to the ladies we had, to the ladies that left me.
Yeah.
When I'm saying, you got to tell the whole truth. To we was broke and we was down at our last. So I'm expressing different kind of things. Like I got a song on here where I'm expressing people to how I got on. You know what I'm saying? And I'm basically telling a story. It's called How to Rap. And I feel like people gonna like that song and gonna get insight out of it, especially MCs or people who working towards something. Yeah. So it's definitely more expressive, man. And people gonna hear me on this album in ways that they haven't heard me. Yeah. I want people to know, like, Benny the Butcher, I got a ton of material out there you can go listen to. You know what I'm saying? But this is totally different. You know what I'm saying?
Are you playing with your instrument? And when I say instrument, I mean voice. Are you changing up your cadence, your flow? You like experimenting with how to approach records now? Are you
Very
dabbing?
Much so. I'm happy you asked that question. Very much so. I got a couple melodies on there.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
Okay.
You know, I made a mental note going in, working on the album to switch my flow up. So I got about 7 different flows on here and you know, just expressing how I feel in a different way, in a different tone, in a different cadence. And it's still that same gritty feel. You're gonna get all of it in there. So yeah.
Do you care to make music to get Grammys and to be nominated or be a part of the Matrix? Does that bother you? Do you care about being in any of that space?
To be honest, I do. I don't want to say I care about it, but I'm not going to say I don't care. Only because when I first got in this game, I didn't care about none of that. But I've been so blessed to reach all my goals that was in front of me. Now I got to set new ones. You know what I'm saying? So, and I know that don't validate an artist, but it's good to have it when you've done so many other things, and that's still it's just to check the box off. It's just, you know.
But you said a key. It's not a validation for you.
Exactly.
Some artists live and die by that. Some artists use chart positions and Grammys and all these things to validate who they are as a human being.
Right.
But to have just as a gold check on your list, that's different. That's different. A lot of people can't separate the two, especially when they get to a level of famous or success.
Just like T.I. said in that song, said in that movie, when he told his little brother, you ain't got to be a dope boy to have money. It's like, you ain't got to have it to be successful.
Yeah.
You feel what I'm saying? It's like, you know, a lot of them rappers who make chart topping music all the time, like, you know, they can't get with boys. You know what I'm saying? And that's it. And they know that.
Yeah.
But that's why they got to use that, because that's all they have. Yeah. You know what I'm saying? And you know, it's a finicky game, you know, because you got casual listeners who just listen to what they feel they should listen to, and who don't know like who don't know like what's what. So they listen to the music and they push a lot of these artists up to the top.
Yeah.
And these artists come back around us and thinking that they somebody. It's like, come on.
But you really
we
not.
respect it. But, exactly. But you know, but he know, she know who's who and what's
and
what.
we know
exactly.
what's real. And
exactly.
we know what's real. And you know what's interesting about you and what I do admire the most is that you do have a real fan base.
Yeah.
It's like you have, I'd rather have a real fan base with high engagement than a fan base who's not engaged and just you have to keep doing something popular for them to care.
Exactly, because that's where that pool is at. It's a popular thing.
Yeah.
See, our fans, you know, they just looking for realness, connectivity.
Connectivity.
I'm saying they just looking for something they could relate to.
They go buy your ticket. They go buy your merch. They're going to stream your music, and they're going to be consistent in that.
Exactly.
And that's going to keep you working 20 years from now. That's going to keep you steady building your empire brick by brick, slowly but surely.
And another thing is, you 1,000,000% right. And another thing is about that audience. That's the audience that opinion matter.
Yeah.
You feel what I'm saying? It's like, you know, it's all love, man. Y'all can say what y'all want, but you know, some people opinion don't matter. I've been going on a rant about that lately. I know people see me on going viral for saying people opinion don't. You can't critique the music, but I meant it in a certain way, and it's like I feel like the hip hop, the pure raw hip hop community audience, their opinion matter the most. It's not always the loudest though, but their opinion matter the most
because they just care about the culture. That's why their opinion matters the most.
Exactly.
Because they just care about...
They don't care about the hits.
They just care about rap shit.
They don't care about none of that. You know what I'm saying? That might turn them off. Right. If your chain too big, they're like, I don't want to hear nothing he got to say. And I'm saying, for real.
No, because they really paying attention to punchlines, flows. They're really paying attention to... if you can fucking rap or not. They don't give a fuck about none of that
I'm happy
other
you cuss, because I didn't know if we could cuss. I just said, shit, nigga, fuck. Yeah, here we go.
But at the end of the day, they just care about rapping. And those are the ones that are harder to connect to.
Right, those are the ones that's harder to impress, too.
Because you can't bullshit them.
And that's why they go find unknown artists, because when the top people in the game be doing what they be doing, they be like, they watching that shit like, I know there's something better out there than this.
Yeah.
I know it. Yeah. So they find these other people who's on lower levels, and they champion them up to the top, because they just know, like, this can't be it.
Yeah,
right.
Yeah. I love that. So where do you see yourself going next?
Man, you know, I'm still running the table with the Griselda family. We gonna drop What Was She Gonna Do soon. Black Soprano family, everybody there geared up, man. Rick High, Heem, Sule, Fuego Bass, Malik Dot Flames.
Now, Black Soprano family, that's your label, right?
That's my label.
Yeah.
That's my label. We got an army over there, you know what I'm saying? It's a bunch of us, man.
Is it hard being a boss?
Of course it is.
Yeah.
Of course it is. But even more so, I'm a leader, you know what I'm saying? I'm a leader because a leader is not as descriptive as a boss. I'm showing people what I'm doing. We definitely have our pep talks where I'm giving pointers and when I'm drawing the playbook out. But
there's a difference between being a leader and being a boss than being a fucking leader.
Exactly.
A leader can guide you in more places than a boss.
Exactly.
See, anybody can be a fucking boss and do some invoices and do what they need to do. But a leader is someone that actually can guide people to follow.
Right.
And it could be a boss can make a bad decision or a good decision. But a leader, their intent is to always lead with integrity to get to the good, the greater good. Even the greater good, not even just for themselves, but for others around them.
Yeah, for sure.
That's a big difference.
And, you know, you described it head on, and it is hard. It is hard. It's not easy. You know, all eyes on me. Every decision I make affects the team, good or bad. You know what I'm saying? When I'm up, we up. When I'm down, we down. You know what I'm saying? So it's definitely a hard job, and you know, it takes a lot getting used to, and a lot of things that we do as artists and bosses and leaders, like we don't even sign up for it.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? We don't even sign up for it, so it takes a lot getting used to.
Sometimes you gotta be the guidance counselor,
yeah, everything,
the therapist,
man, everything. And
the financial advisor.
Right. You know what I'm saying? Sometimes they might have to be that for me too. You know what I'm saying? That's why I'm thankful for the team that I got.
Yeah.
And I was just thinking about it this morning, man. I'm blessed because everybody who I work with, from Rock Nation to Def Jam to my staff that I got right now, I choose the people I work with. You feel what I'm saying? I don't have to work with anybody. I've been in a blessed situation to choose it. And maybe that's why I'm so happy with my situations.
And that's why everybody can't come with you.
They cannot. I probably, it's not even room on this 16-seater jet.
Everybody can't go.
They
That's
can't,
why, because I'm choosing not to let all you motherfuckers come.
That's it. And it's not beef. And it's not beef. People think that when you move in a different direction, it's beef. It's not beef.
It's growth. It's
That's
growth. It's growth. And sometimes that is a hard pill for the outside to swallow. And not even the outside. It could be people that have been with you for 30 years that can no longer come with you because you've outgrown them. You're a different man than you were 20 years ago. And that's sometimes hard for people to see. Right.
And if you're going to be a real friend, if you're going to be a real colleague or anything, like you gotta leave room for change.
Yeah.
And you might have to change too.
Yeah.
Like when we talking about the self-love and everything earlier, these is guys who giving me game on myself for who I am. And I had to change. You feel what I'm saying? If I maybe was the same person, I probably wouldn't have been allowed to be around the people. I probably couldn't go, but you have to change if you want growth. It's growth.
Yeah,
you have to leave out of comfort zones to find new comfort zones. That's it.
Do you have a good woman in your corner helping you with this change?
Yes, I do. I've been with my wife for 10 years when I didn't have nothing.
That's important too.
That's and I'm gonna say, I've been saying that too. Is that look at the most successful people. You know what I'm saying? They got a lady at home. They got that type of home life, you know what I'm saying?
My 2 nephews were having woman problems, and I just let me go check up on them.
Right.
And I took them out to lunch, and I said to them, 22, 23, young, they're doing what they're supposed to do at that age. But I said to them, it's so important, and I need y'all to hear me. A woman will either destroy you or make you.
Right, correct.
And the only thing you have to do is be honest. No matter how nasty of a dude you might be right now. Right. Trust me.
Right. They gonna learn that. They gonna learn that a little later on. But I learned that. I had to learn that too.
But later on in life. But a good woman, when you have that woman at home, she is going to push you to your highest potential.
For sure.
Because she's going to be in that corner molding you in ways that you can't even see yourself, because there's only a woman only knows her man better than he knows himself. Like a real woman know you better than you fucking know yourself.
That's a fact.
And knows the potential you can go.
Yeah, my wife get on my nerves with that. She know what I'm gonna do before I do it, or you know what I'm saying? She know who I'm with. She know what type of time I'm on, if I'm with which friends. She like, you with him or y'all trying? She you with him? What y'all doing? You know what I mean?
Right. But I could tell, like, your growth, you have someone in your corner that's helping and aiding along that way, because you wouldn't be this guy you are today if you didn't have that.
You only wear jackets like this if you, like, tooken. You know what I'm saying? Like, you know what I mean? Like, you only, you a married man, you know what I'm saying?
I love that. I love that. Well, listen, I know you have a tight schedule today, but I just want to say thank you so much for stopping by. Like I said, I've always been a big fan of yours.
Appreciate
Our first time interviewing and connecting on this level together. And I wish you much success on this project. And you have a fan here on this show, so you always have a home.
TT, thank you. This is my favorite interview for the press run, and we kicked it. Thank you.
All right, thank you. All right, it's Tap In with TT, everybody. Benny the Butcher on Hot 97.